Hi everyone, I'm Danielle and today we're going to make Oobleck. But before we start, what is it? Well, Oobleck is a non-Newtonian fluid. This is named after Sir Isaac Newton. He's most famous for his theory of gravity, but he also proposed 3 laws of motion and investigated liquids. He named one of their properties, which is called viscosity. Viscosity is a measure of how well a liquid can flow and fill its container. For example, water has quite a low viscosity because if we're thirsty, we can easily pour ourselves a drink. The water easily flows out of the bottle and fills the glass all the way to the edges. Whilst black treacle is a lot thicker, if we were trying to pour it out of the tin, it takes a while to flow out and then it's very sticky when it comes out too. Isaac Newton also realised that the viscosity of a liquid only changes when the temperature or pressure around it changes. For example, when we turn the kettle on, the temperature of the water rises and some of it evaporates to water vapour. Whilst at 0 degrees, water freezes and it becomes solid, having no flow at all, and a really high viscosity. A non-Newtonian fluid is a liquid that doesn't behave like this. Instead, when we use a force against it, its viscosity can change. There's loads of non-Newtonian fluids around us everywhere. For example, honey. This is some set honey, and at the moment it won't pour onto the plate. But as I stir it, it starts to get runnier and runnier. And over time, as I stir it, it will soon be able to pour onto the plate. Another example is tomato ketchup. At the moment it will flow, but it is still quite thick. But the faster and faster that I turn it, the thinner it gets. And it falls onto the plate much more quickly. But Newtonian fluids can also get thicker too. For example, if we think of whipping cream, as we whip the cream, a lot more air gets into it and it starts to get bigger, but it also starts to hold its shape and is much thicker than it was before. We're going to try making our own Newtonian fluid, which is Oobleck from cornflour and water. Let's give it a try. Making Oobleck can be quite messy, so before you start, you might want to put some newspaper down. To make the Oobleck, you'll need a bowl, a spoon, and then some cornflour and water. You'll need double the volume of cornflour as water. So I've measured this by using a cup, but you can also weigh it out. So for 100 millilitres of water, you'll need 140 grams of cornflour. I'm going to start by putting the water into the bowl. You can just pour all of it in. And then you can add the cornflour bit by bit. We're going to add it slowly, stirring it in each time. The mixture will be runny at first, but as you add more cornflour, it will get thicker and thicker. As you add more cornflour, it will get harder to stir. So try stirring it slowly and that will help the spoon go through it more easily. I've added all of my cornflour now and I've got quite a thick gloopy mixture. If you get some on your spoon, it should run off, but it will run quite slowly. Once your mixture's like this, you've made Oobleck. Now try and have a play with it and see what its properties are like. When you bash it with the spoon won't go in, but if you let it through slowly, you'll be able to spoon some up. So what's happening? Well, cornflour is mostly made of cornstarch, which is a long, complex molecule. When we've mixed the cornflour with the water, we've suspended the cornstarch in between all the water molecules. Now, as we hit the spoon onto the surface of the water, the spoon can't get through and the surface goes solid. This is because all the starch molecules are forced together and make a solid. All the water molecules are smaller, so we're able to move out the way. Whilst when we put the spoon through slowly, there's enough time for the starch molecules to move around the spoon, and it behaves like a liquid. This is the same when we pour it. The molecules can slowly fall from the spoon. Now you can try getting your hands in and see what else you can find out about it. Have a play and feel what it's like to hold a non-Newtonian fluid. I hope that you've enjoyed making Oobleck today and have been enjoying Fascinate so far. Don't forget that there's a lot more to come this week, and you can check on the website for the programme to see which sessions are coming up. Hope to see you soon. Bye!